Hey there, folks. So today we are getting ready to do our oily resolution. And so I wanted to first talk to you, though, about some questions, or a comment at least, that a lot of people have made to me when I talk about the oils or when I talk about the various ways that I use the oils. They're like, oh my gosh, how do you have time to do that all day? My goodness, I'm tired listening to you talk about how you use it this way and this way and this way. And how can you afford to do that? And what you have to remember, and I think the most important thing that I tell them, is that oils aren't an addition into my life now. They're not in addition to everything that I do. They have replaced and taken the space of things that I used to do. And now, instead of using products that aren't as healthy and aren't as safe, I now use oils for those same purposes. So, for example, instead of buying powdered packets of things to flavor my water, or my powdered flavoring or powdered creamer or anything else in my coffee, I now use oil. Instead of burning candles that aren't necessarily the safest and have toxins in them that can be released into the environment, I now will sometimes use a personal diffuser if I need a pick-me-up, instead of, taking a 5-hour energy or something else that I would have done anyway to help give me that boost. I now use an oil in its space. Yesterday's oily resolution was using the oils in a shake in the morning. And so we also now have Trim Shake. I like another shake product as well, so I will rotate both of them. I will use our Trim Shake, but then I would also use that other product because it's safe for me. But now, instead of adding Hershey's chocolate syrup to it, even if it is sugar-free, I now can add a drop of cinnamon oil or a drop of peppermint oil or a drop of orange if it's a vanilla-flavored shake. And so these aren't things that I've added to my budget. They are things that I've taken something out of my budget and I've replaced it with an oil product. And so that's kind of what today's oily resolution is about. So when you think about how do I, where do I start? You start by picking one thing, and that's the point of this whole month of resolutions. You pick one thing, and you replace it, and you add an oil to that habit, that process, that routine. And then when it's in place, then you can work on another. Or if you can do more than one at a time, that's great. But my oily resolution for today is one that I share all of the time. If you've been reading posts and you've seen posts on which I've commented, it's one that I talk about all the time. It's one of the first things that I did. And it is basically deals with lotion. We all use lotion. We use lotion on our hands, on our feet, on our faces, on our necks, on our, animals, on their paws. Lotion is just a part of everybody's lives, as far as I know. I don't know anybody in my life who doesn't use it. And so one of the things that I ended up doing, one of the first DIYs, and one of the first things that I did was I bought our hand and body lotion. It's unscented. This is my tester that I use for classes and whatnot, or if people want a sample. So, if you want a sample of anything, please PM me, and I will be more than happy to send you anything of which I can make a sample. But I bought our hand and body lotion, and it was the unscented. And I had this handy-dandy little jar that I had gotten to do some DIY things at our local Nature's Way, which is organic and health food and all-natural store. And I simply squirted some lotion. You can tell I need to refill mine. Lotion down in there until it was, fairly full. I just opened this, and it went. And then I took my Balance lotion. Now, Balance is Balance oil, I'm sorry. Balance is one of those oils that a lot of people begin with, because one emotion that we all, I think, experience a lot, some of us more than others, and a lot of us talk to each other about, is anxiety and stress and being overwhelmed, because we are faced with so many things throughout the day. And so that was one of the first things I was like, okay, I need oils to help me with these issues, but, I really need something that just kind of, calm me down. And so Balance was recommended. Balance is the grounding blend. And the oils in the grounding blend, I'm going to take my bifocals off so I can read this bottle. But the ingredients are fractionated coconut oil, spruce leaf oil, hoewood leaf oil, frankincense, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus flower extract. So in this little bottle is a blend, a proprietary blend of oils that have been shown to have a grounding effect on our bodies, and that's part of the science research that you can absolutely get your hands on just by smelling it, just by opening this little bottle. And so what I wanted to do was, how can I get this in my body every day and not have to carry this bottle with me and not have to make sure, like, oh, I got to go home and take my balance because we don't want to add another thing. And I thought, well, every morning I get up, I get a shower, I put on my lotion, right? So I mixed those two together. So a very simple way to put an oil into your daily routine without even thinking about it for the most part is to take a product that you already use, like a hand or a body lotion, and make it whatever kind of oil you want by getting a glass jar. You know, look through your recycling bin, peeps. You got an old pickle jar in there? And then take your oil and mix it in. Now be sure you use a metal spoon. Don't use a plastic spoon. That's not good. You know, oils, as freaky as this sounds, if you think about it, it makes sense. These oils and their natural properties are meant to break down fake things that are synthetic. Plastic happens to be that. And so the oils will break down plastic, which is why when we talked about oil and water in the first video, you need to make sure that you are putting your oil in a glass or stainless steel container, okay? So, you know, you have this all you need, and then every day you will be able to get that oil into your body, into your system. And you can use whichever oil you want. You know, you can use that. If you like Citrus Bliss, you can either create your own by doing what I did with the Citrus Bliss oil, which reminds me of a dreamsicle. That's how I describe it to people. It has some citrusy and some vanilla scents, but we also sell that already as a lotion. And so you can simply buy this. This is my tester, but I keep one of these in my purse because, you know, everybody uses that. Most women carry lotion in their purses, and so when someone says, hey, do you have any lotion? I say, sure, here you go. And they do this, and I'm like, oh, wow, that smells really good. What is that? You know, and boom, there you go. Now you have a conversation starter with your oils. The other thing that you can often do, and I think this is a good tip sometimes for parents, that you can use lavender or even the Serenity, the calming blend, and create a lotion with using a baby lotion that's safe for your baby's skin, and just 1 or 2 drops of oil in that lotion, and then your baby can enjoy the calming effects of lavender in a routine they're already used to when you put lotion, when you know, soften their skin with lotion. And the other thing that I have done in the past is use the Breathe blend, the respiratory blend. Sometimes you have a cold and your nose gets really sore from, you know, using the Kleenexes. We all get that Rudolph effect, the red nose. I've actually taken my hand lotion, the unscented lotion, and put a little bit of Breathe oil in it and used that, and then I get the effects of inhaling the Breathe, but in a lotion that's meant to moisturize my face and not kind of add to that burning sensation my nose is already experiencing. And so there's our oily resolution for the day. How about that? Quick and easy, right? So I hope you are all staying warm. I mean, we are by no means the coldest place in the world here outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but we are pretty cold. I have school tomorrow, but the children get to stay home because nobody should be outside standing at a bus stop in this weather. So tomorrow night, my oily resolution may be a little late. I have some things after school. I may do it earlier in the afternoon, but there will definitely be an oily resolution tomorrow, which brings me to the point. If there is something that you would like to learn about, please leave me a comment, and then maybe I can work that into the rest of our resolutions for the month. So until tomorrow, stay oily.